If you're trying to decide between the Suunto Vertical 2 and the Suunto Race 2, you're not alone. These are Suunto's two powerhouse watches for 2025, one built for extreme outdoor adventures and the other fine-tuned for runners and athletes who live for performance and precision. But here's the question, which one is actually right for you? Today we're breaking down everything from display to battery life, GPS accuracy, fitness features, and even those tiny real-world differences that make one of these watches a better fit depending on your lifestyle. Let's jump straight in. At first glance, both the Suunto Vertical 2 and the Race 2 share that classic Suunto DNA. Rugged, premium, and ready for anything. But look closer and you'll see they're built for slightly different worlds. This Suunto Vertical 2 is the bulkier of the two. It's got a 48.6mm case, 13.5mm thickness, and weighs around 87 grams, which immediately tells you this thing is designed for the wilderness. It's built with sapphire glass, a stainless steel bezel, and 100 meters of water resistance. Everything about it screams durability. It's made to handle mountain summits, muddy trails, and freezing temperatures. This Suunto Race 2, on the other hand, takes that rugged feel and trims it down for performance. It's 49mm wide but slightly slimmer and lighter, especially if you pick the titanium version, which comes in at about 65 grams. You still get sapphire glass and that same 100-meter water resistance, but it feels more compact and comfortable for daily wear and long training sessions. So if you want the tank-like toughness for full expeditions, go Vertical 2. But if you're more of a competitive athlete or road runner who wants something lighter on the wrist, Race 2 is the one to look at. This is where things get really good for both watches. The Vertical 2 steps up from the original with a 1.5-inch AMOLED touchscreen. Vibrant, sharp, and surprisingly bright outdoors. It's paired with physical buttons for glove-friendly control, which matters if you're hiking or climbing in tough conditions. But the Race 2 takes that same display technology a step further. It's rocking a 1.5-inch LTPO AMOLED with up to 2000 nits brightness and even supports always-on display while managing battery efficiency better. It's simply more responsive, smoother, and looks incredible in any lighting, whether you're under direct sun or on a night run. So in the display department, Race 2 wins. It's not just brighter, but also more fluid and efficient thanks to that LTPO tech. Suunto has built its reputation on accurate navigation, and both watches prove why. The Vertical 2 gives you dual-band GNSS, offline maps, POIs, and climb guidance. You can store entire regions offline, up to 32 gigabytes of map data, which is perfect for off-grid adventures. It's basically a navigation computer on your wrist. The Race 2 mirrors many of these features: dual-band GPS, offline maps, route navigation, and even that same climb guidance system. But it's more optimized for runners and cyclists, so while the Vertical 2 leans toward mountaineering and long expeditions, the Race 2 focuses on speed and precision, with faster GPS locks and slightly smoother map rendering. In short, the Vertical 2 gives you more robust mapping tools for exploration, while the Race 2 gives you faster, sport-oriented tracking and navigation efficiency. This is where their personalities really split. The Suunto Vertical 2 is the ultimate all-rounder. It supports 115+ sport modes, including mountaineering, trail running, hiking, skiing, and even water sports. Its new optical heart rate sensor is improved, offering better skin contact and accuracy, and it now adds SpO2, HRV, and full altitude acclimation tracking. The Suunto Race 2, meanwhile, is tuned for performance athletes. It has that same next-gen heart rate sensor, but adds deeper training load, recovery, and VO2 max insights. You also get lactate threshold, training stress, and improved post-workout analytics. This is the watch that wants to help you shave seconds off your PB, not just survive in the wilderness. So Vertical 2 equals adventure-oriented multi-sport watch, Race 2 equals a performance-driven athlete's tool. Suunto's interface has come a long way, and both watches benefit from the smoother, faster UI. The Vertical 2 gives you that balance between touch and buttons, which makes sense for outdoor use. Its menus are clean, and you get all your navigation and sensor data right up front. But the Race 2 feels snappier. Its UI animations are more fluid, and the LTPO display makes transitions buttery smooth. You also get a more refined training widget layout, helping you quickly check training load, recovery, and HR trends without diving deep into menus. In terms of stability, both watches rely on the Suunto app, which syncs seamlessly with Strava, Komoot, and Training Peaks. However, Race 2 has fewer reported lag issues during syncing thanks to firmware optimization. Both watches include Bluetooth connectivity, smartphone notifications, OTA updates, and a practical LED flashlight. However, neither supports music storage, NFC payments, or voice assistance. That means if you're looking for lifestyle smartwatch features like Garmin Pay or Apple Music offline, these watches won't offer that. Suunto focuses more on performance and outdoor reliability than smart conveniences. In practice, both deliver top-tier tracking accuracy. The dual-band GPS on both watches performs exceptionally well, whether you're under dense tree cover or in urban canyons. The heart rate sensor accuracy is improved across both, though wrist-based optical sensors can still be slightly inconsistent during high-intensity intervals. The Race 2 tends to report slightly smoother heart rate graphs due to better algorithm tuning, while the Vertical 2 prioritizes stable readings in varied temperatures and pressure conditions, great for high-altitude trekking. So for runners, Race 2 feels more precise. For climbers and explorers, Vertical 2 feels more reliable. Now let's talk battery, something Suunto has always nailed. The Suunto Vertical 2 boasts up to 65 hours in full multiband GPS mode and 20 days in smartwatch mode. In low power or tour modes, it can stretch even further, making it ideal for those week-long expeditions where you're far from civilization. The Suunto Race 2 isn't far behind. It delivers around 55 hours in full dual-band GPS and up to 200 hours in tour mode. In daily smartwatch use, you're looking at around 16 to 22 days, depending on your HR settings. It's pretty impressive that both watches manage this kind of endurance with AMOLED displays. The Race 2 technically offers more hours in low-power GPS modes, but the Vertical 2 is slightly more optimized for long-haul adventure battery life with better power management under heavy use. So in real-world use, Race 2 gives better efficiency, Vertical 2 gives more consistency under demanding navigation use. Early users of the Vertical 2 love its offline maps, flashlight, and rugged feel, though some wish it had more smartwatch features. Meanwhile, Race 2 users are praising its display, battery optimization, and snappy performance. But a few mention issues like inconsistent sleep tracking and minor app data mismatches, which Suunto is expected to fix via updates. Both watches have a strong following among endurance athletes, and Suunto's community support has been pretty responsive lately. Alright, so Suunto Vertical 2 versus Suunto Race 2. Here's the bottom line. Get the Suunto Vertical 2 if you're an outdoor adventurer, someone who values ruggedness, reliability, and navigation power over everything else. It's your perfect expedition companion. Get the Suunto Race 2 if you're a performance-focused athlete or marathon runner who wants top-tier training metrics, a brighter LTPO AMOLED display, and sleeker everyday wearability. In short, the Vertical 2 conquers the wild, while the Race 2 conquers the clock.